mentioned, I'm Brad Meter with All About Hawaii, All About Tours, area sales manager based in Portland, Oregon. And of course, we're always excited to bring these presentations to you, the travel agents, with some education and help you sell your clients with a little bit more knowledge. A couple of housekeeping things here. Once again, everybody is muted during the presentation, and if you have any questions, go ahead and enter those into the dashboard. As always, if you want to jot some notes during the presentation, you might want to take out your handbook, your yellow book, which is a guide to all our product and information that we have about Hawaii. And as we go through the presentation, we got a couple of properties, so I put the property descriptions just before each presentation. Of course, if you need color brochures, go ahead and order those too. And you'll find in your dashboard, let's see here, a little out. This is not a great picture, but just gives me a pause here to have activities for each island. This particular one, since we're concentrating on Oahu, I've just inserted those. I do have them for all the other islands too. If you would like those, go ahead and send me an email. But this is a handy little PDF that you can send along to your clients after they book your vacation package, and maybe increase your sales with activities. So if you want some of those, reach out to me. At the end of the presentation, I'll have both our contacts information, and we'll get those sent off to you. And actually, we can customize these two with your name and travel agency on that. With that said, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Frank. And Frank, you should have the controls.
All righty. Let's see here. Is it moving? There we go. Perfect. Here for Highgate Hawaii Hotels, and I appreciate you logging in to learn a little bit more about the Aston Waikiki Beach and the Hilton Garden Inn. We actually have 6 properties in Waikiki Beach, but I want to focus on those 2 as they are the newest 2 members of our Waikiki Ohana. So a little overview on the island, of course. One great resource, gohawaii.com. They've got all kinds of planners, and we're always working with the Oahu Visitors Bureau and the HVCB as well. Information greatly there, and a couple other resources for you. I'm sure you've heard of Honolulu Magazine, but I also wanted to point out frolichawaii.com. These 2 websites, if you'd like to, you can sign up for their newsletters, which is what I do, and they will update you all the time on the latest events, restaurants, and so on that are going on island. So if your client's saying, I'm headed to Oahu, I'm headed to Waikiki, what can I do? What can I eat? What can I see? These are some amazing resources for you. Now, in Waikiki, of course, we're close to quite a lot of different sites to enjoy. The one I like to talk about the most is the International Marketplace. So if you haven't been back to Oahu in a couple of years, it has really transformed Waikiki considerably. So if you remember the old one with the kiosks, and they used to sell little trinkets you could bring back home, that is completely gone. It is now a 3-story structure. There is a Tesla showroom on the Kalakaua side. They've opened up the Kuhio side, and there's a Saks Fifth Avenue there. But my favorite stuff is all of the great restaurants. So Michael Mina has a restaurant, Strip Steak, and then you have Roy Yamaguchi opened Eating House, quite a few other great restaurants on the 3rd floor, and then on the ground floor is Michael Mina's The Street. So it is a food court, but it's actually chefs that Michael Mina is mentoring. So you get restaurant quality food for a lunch price, about $15, $16. So that's about a 5-10 minute walk from both of the properties I'm going to share with you. In fact, Hilton Garden Inn is just across the street from it, and the Aston Waikiki Beach about 10 minutes. So let's get into the property. That you put that up there. Perfect. So for your reference, page 23. All right, so the Aston Waikiki Beach Hotel, I probably don't need to introduce it much. It is a very popular property. It was always well known for having the breakfast on the beach. And it is a fantastic location. The best thing about the Aston Waikiki is that it is a Kuhio price to be right across the street from Kuhio Beach. So absolutely amazing location. Let's get that picture up there. All right. Yeah, there you go. Showing all the easy walking distances to everything. Okay, so there she is, Aston Waikiki Beach Hotel. Still in great shape. Now, it is not a brand new renovated property like perhaps the Alohilani, but it is a great value for your guests. You can see that right there. You just have to walk across the street to the beach. It's a great part of Waikiki Beach. You don't have as many crowds. Kuhio Beach itself has the water break that keeps the waves fairly small. You're not stepping on a lot of reef, but if you want to go surfing, it's very close by. Canoe rides, etc., all really conveniently located. Now, the property has 645 rooms. We have a nice even split between king and 2 double beds, and almost all the rooms are either full or partial ocean view. So again, it's a really great value for your client. And you see the rooms, so they're in really good shape. I've actually did a site pretty recently, and they are holding up very, very well. Now, in case you're wondering why we have an Aston, is it still part of Aqua Aston? So Highgate acquired it. We're keeping the name for the next 2 years, just because that name is well known. And then at some point, we probably will start a renovation. But for the next 2 years, it's just going to be a nice value for you to enjoy. And there you see some of the great views. So partial ocean view with a diamond head view. Then up at the top left, you got some amazing Waikiki and ocean views, etc. Now, they do have meeting rooms on property in case you ever needed that. The pool is fantastic. Fitness center, etc. So you've got all of your guest needs available. Now you can see some amazing meeting spaces. It's actually a penthouse meeting space, which you don't see a lot in Waikiki. So in case you ever had a function they wanted to do, it's a great place for an event. Other than that, Tiki's Grill and Bar, of course, is the most popular. But they actually have quite a few different venues. So if they're looking for something to eat on property, you've got everything you see here. Wolfgang Puck Express is also a really nice option for them. And then you can take stuff to the beach. Now, there isn't still a breakfast at the beach at the moment. That was stopped under Aqua Aston about 3 years ago. We are trying to see if we can bring it back, but it doesn't exist at the moment, in case your guest is asking. So here's Tiki's Grill and Bar. One of the last great tiki bars on the island, in fact. You got those amazing oceanfront views, and you can't beat the merchandise either. All right, so resort charge for the Aston Waikiki Beach, $35, and you're seeing all of the inclusions here. We do a special kids amenity for kids under 12. You get your access to the gym, and so on. All right. So that is the Aston Waikiki Beach. Again, main thing to focus on is that it is a kuhio price. So something you pay for one of those resorts that has no ocean views, but you're right on the water, and 90% of the rooms are either going to have partial or full ocean view. The next one I want to talk about is the Hilton Garden Inn Waikiki Beach. So I'm sure you're familiar with the Hilton Garden Inn brand, but this is actually the largest one in the United States. Over 600 rooms, you're looking at right there. It was the complete renovation of the Ohana West. So it was completed in December. Top to bottom rooms, public spaces. Let me show them to you. Absolutely gorgeous. So 623 rooms and suites. We did a full $115 million renovation, very close to the international marketplace. They do have ocean view rooms, which I'll show you in a moment. It's a solid 3.5 star. Very budget friendly, but the value for it for a fully renovated property is amazing. So yeah, you're checking in at the front desk on Kuhio, and they just have some amazing spaces. So they've done an absolutely gorgeous job redoing the property. There's the business center, complimentary beverages as you're checking in, great fitness center, and here are the rooms. So they've done, again, completely renovated the rooms. They come with the garden sleep system. You've got everything you would need for a very comfortable stay. And the most important part, I think, is when you're staying on Kuhio, of course, you know, it's right in the heart of Waikiki. There can be a bit of noise. So they put in blackout curtains and soundproof windows. So you will sleep definitely very comfortably while staying at this property. But I think that's just an absolute necessity when you're staying in that part of Waikiki. You'll have a very peaceful, quiet room. And I've walked the property. We actually opened the door, closed the door. It's absolutely amazing, the difference. They do have a lot of lanais, and you can see there they do have some ocean views. And here's the pool area. See right across the street there, Saks Fifth Avenue, so you're right across from the International Marketplace. lots of places to hang out during the day. They also added the Holo Holo Cafe and Marketplace. So this is a super convenience for the guests. So when you come down to the lobby, you just go to your right, and they have everything you would find at, say, an ABC store. It's actually operated by a local grocery store, so it's got all kinds of groceries for you to use. And then in the room, again, you had everything you need. You got a microwave, you have a rice maker, etc. So great budget-friendly option for them. Also in the cafe, they got a bar area, and we have a pool bar area, so some great places to relax. And in the morning, you can order some sandwiches down at the Holo Holo Cafe and start your day. And then the TR Fire Grill. If you're familiar with this restaurant, there's a few on the mainland as well. They just opened up. It's right on Kuhio, so easy to walk in. And they've got a great American menu. There it is, right across from the International Marketplace, very conveniently located. And if you haven't been on Kuhio recently, it used to be an area that people probably didn't want to go to as much. But with renovations like this, the new International Marketplace, it has completely changed. It's a very cosmopolitan feel and a great value. Now, resort charge there, $25 a day. There's all the inclusions, including you've got yoga class, do sunscreen for everybody, the rice cookers I mentioned, etc. And that is it for me. So those are our two latest properties, the Aston Waikiki Beach Hotel and the Hilton Garden Inn. And then I know Brad's going to give you my contact details. Whenever you have a guest, please let me know. I'd love to take care of them.
All right. Thank you, Frank. As I would say, both properties have some great value there. So I would encourage you to consider those when you're placing your clients into the Waikiki area.